So let's talk about hand edema. This is something that as therapists you're going to come across very often, particularly in the outpatient setting or an orthopedic or hand therapy setting.
So as therapists, we know there's many different ways to treat edema in the hand or upper extremity. Since we're on our taping trend, been doing videos on that lately, we're going to talk about how to tape to reduce edema today. Dylan's going to show you how to do that.
Okay guys, so as you know, there are multiple ways to tape for edema in the hand, and we're just going to talk about one of those ways that's very short, sweet, and to the point. So this is something that you can use very quickly in the clinic setting, and it's something that you can instruct your patient to do, and they can apply their own tape. It's very simple. So I'm going to start out talking about the length of the tape we'll need. We're going with a 2-inch width, and you only need a very small piece of tape. So your patient's here, wrist in neutral, and you're going to measure from roughly the radial and ulnar styloids right here, if you were to draw an imaginary line there, and here is the end of the metacarpal. You want the tape just a little shorter than that because we're going to end up going from here to here, as you can see in the video, but we're going to put a stretch on it, so you need it slightly shorter than the length of the metacarpals. So I've got that here, as you can see, that's just a little shorter. Round the corners as usual, just like you see here, and then you're going to come in and I'm going to cut 2 slits about halfway down the tape, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute here. So it's going to end up looking like this. You've got a solid base, then you've got 3 pieces that will go distally when we apply this tape, and you'll see how that goes. So what I'll do is I'm going to tear the paper at the base of each of those, pull the tape off that solid end of the tape, and it's going to be applied here just distal to the radial and ulnar styloid, which is just over the carpal bones. Just like always, rub that in to activate the adhesive, and then these 3 pieces are going to lie between the metacarpal bones, so you're going just over the intrinsic muscles of the hand with each strip, and you're just going to apply the strips one at a time, applying about a 50% stretch to each strip. So I'm going here between the 2nd and 3rd metacarpals, line it here, make sure it's rubbed in really good, and you're just repeating that same process for each of the other pieces. Tear this piece off, it's going between the 3rd and 4th metacarpals, rub that in. And if you're having a little bit of trouble holding on to this, one thing that you can do is to pull it all off except for that last little bit, just to give yourself a handle, and that just gives you something to hold on to there as you put the stretch on and stick the tape. And it's just like that, and just rub in and make sure that the corners are rounded or are stuck down well. And you can also instruct your patient that if this happens, if they get home and the corner tends to roll up like that, then they can just come in with scissors, snip that off, and re-stick the new edge down. Okay guys, so one more thing I wanted to mention is that, earlier in the video when we were applying the tape, we mentioned putting a 50% stretch on each strip here, and you see that we put that each strip in between the metacarpal bones, just over the interossei. The reason we do that, we place it over those muscles and we put that stretch on it when we apply it, so that when you take your hand off the tape and the tape is just sitting there, it creates a sort of lift, and it just lifts that skin and helps the lymphatic drainage, which is the purpose of this tape, is to reduce edema in the dorsum of the hand. So that's just a little insight into the mechanics of how the tape works.
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. We hope you learned something today and that this was helpful to you in some way.
So our goal for this channel, The Upper Hand, is to give you guys the upper hand as you seek to better understand conditions of the upper extremity and just all topics related to occupational therapy in general.
So please take a second out of your day, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel so that you can be sure that you're going to see all of our upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.